Hello and welcome to Bubbles and Breakdowns, a space designed for you to show up as your beautifully imperfect self, where we dive into the good, the bad, and the bubbly. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Katrina. Hi, everybody. Well, guys, when kids enter the chat, the marriage dynamic shifts from, like that beautiful, like, us against the world, us managing the household. But today, we're chatting about how we are, or maybe how we're not really keeping that love alive. So let's see if we can find some actionable, maybe bite-sized strategies to protect our relationships, rediscover intimacy, and communicate through the noisy time of family life, all without the guilt, frankly, of prioritizing our marriages, because you feel bad sometimes leaving your kids going on date night.
Totally. And also, it's kind of one more thing to add to your to-do list.
Yeah, like we need more things.
No.
Yeah. That's
Over it.
And by the way, like the first thing that strikes me about this, so when kids come into our lives, number one,
I like how you said that, when they've entered the chat.
The children have entered the chat of this relationship, right? But it's like, I am thoroughly physically exhausted. Like mentally, physically, overstimulated. Nothing about this is like, go have a, amazing time with your husband and like feel sexy and like do the things. Like,
No.
I'm sorry. Like,
No.
I just feel like a big old lump on a log that can hardly move at the end of every single day.
Frazzled. I feel frazzled.
So I don't know, Ash, like what is our current barriers to, I don't know, there's so many barriers.
So many
Do we even need to
barriers.
say them? But
No,
like, what
I
are the
know.
biggest ones that come up from you?
Yeah, and I think this is such a good way to start this conversation, because we have to identify what lies in our path. You know what I mean? Before we can come up with solutions to say, we need to talk more. We need to put the phones away. But we also have to honor our feelings and honor and identify what the heck is going on in the world. So I would say for me, I am with my kids all day and I love it. I love it.
Yeah, they're the best.
It leaves me frazzled, going back to my word frazzled, and just like, when they go to bed, I go to bed.
And you kind of have to at that point, because then they're up early.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I get it. Old Ashley ain't what she used to be. Like, I need more sleep. I need more coffee. Like, I don't know. I'm overtouched. I'm overstimulated. And I just need that downtime. But, I think that's the biggest thing that I've noticed is like my time of when I used to stay up longer to have those interactions after a long day are less now, because I am prioritizing my sleep, which like alters my mood. You want a grumpy Ashley?
What do you mean? What do you mean you need sleep?
I know.
I mean, so okay. Needing sleep, like just literally needing to rest, is so a barrier. I love this idea of if people were spying on us and watching our daily lives.
I mean, they are though.
They are. I'll paint the picture of what my life looks like. And then Ashley, yours is different because you are holding it down, at home. Okay. So Matt and I, we both work from home. So essentially we get up in the morning. Matt usually beats me to waking up. Usually one of the children wakes me up. Like I could sleep in, Matt cannot sleep in.
Right,
so we don't have any like morning cuddles, which by the way, morning breath, no. Like, don't even try to bring that over to me and be like, good morning. Like, no, I don't want it at all. Go brush your teeth and then talk to me. So then in the morning, there's zero. There's zero time for like alone time.
I do not want to interact with you right now.
No, and I'm not ready. Like, get me my coffee. Like, I don't even want coffee until I have a nice meal. Like, it's a whole thing. And then we're getting the kids ready. And then it's shepherding them around, asking them 25 times, put their shoes on. You guys all know the drill. If you have young kids, this is what it looks like. And in between there, I don't even know if I make eye contact with Matt. I don't even know if there's a single time where I stare at his face. Like, sometimes we'll get into the car and I'll be like, you have a piece of spinach in your teeth. This is the first time I've looked at you.
Like, I hate to interrupt you, but I'm laughing because this was an exact thing before I left this morning to come record. So Brad is on kid duty because I'm here.
Yes.
And I literally was about to leave. I was like, you haven't even made eye contact with me yet. And he's like, I'm sorry, I'm getting waffles or whatever.
Yes.
And I was just like, I'll see you later.
So like, we're literally like walking around with these blinders on.
Totally.
Not even looking at our partner, and our eyes are focused on our children and what they are or are not doing. And then of course taking care of ourselves and being like, I don't want the spinach in my teeth. I need to brush my teeth or put deodorant on so I don't offend people.
For the 10th time.
Yes. Like, it is like just mass hysteria. So then they get off to camp or school or whatever. And then you come back in the car ride, and sometimes we talk, sometimes we don't. Most of the time, it's like we're, going to Starbucks to pick up an order of coffee, or we're, he even sometimes is dropping me off to go run because that's the only time I can get my run in. So, like, I may not even ride home with him if it's a nice day. I might be jogging home. And then we kind of like go our separate ways.
Go in your
So he
silos.
goes downstairs, I go upstairs. And then I'm on conference calls, and it's like maybe we see each other and we're like, sorry, I'm getting on a call right now. Sorry, hold on, I'm busy. I was just gonna go mow. Oh, I'm gonna throw this little laundry in. And it's like our conversations are so small. So there's this whole impression that like, oh, maybe you're having a little afternoon delight. You both work from home. It's like, and by that, do you mean lunch? Because that's what I do with my free time.
The Delight yogurt I just picked up at the store?
So like this whole idea of intimacy throughout our workday is zero. And then we get to the evening, and if we don't delay picking the kids up, which we hardly ever do because they want to come home as soon as possible, sometimes we will delay and we'll say, let's have like a beverage together if it's a really nice day. Or like maybe just have a chat for a little bit and have even a half an hour sometimes. But those are fewer and farther between because our kids really want to be home, right, Ashley? Like they love being home.
I love it.
But then we go pick them up, and then we're back into our eyes are on our children, or we're dividing and conquering. He's keeping them busy while I'm making dinner.
Oh,
you
and
guys
guess what?
get
It's
it.
bath night.
And it's bath night. And as I'm looking, like, if I'm watching us, there isn't like smooches happening. There aren't hugs happening. Like literally at some point he might go, we haven't had a hug all day. Come here. And I'm like, leave me alone. I'm making dinner or whatever. Like, don't touch me.
Or you're overstimulated at
I'm
that
already
point,
overstimulated. Yes.
Take another thing.
Yeah, but there's no like pats on the booty or like grabs here and there. Like there's none of this happening because we are so, I don't know, just doing, Ashley.
Doing.
And then we go through the night, right? The kids are down at maybe 8:30 if we're lucky. And essentially, then we're lumps on the couch watching our latest episode of Fill in the Blank, and we're on separate ends of the couch. Like, we're not even snuggling. And I don't want to snuggle at that point. Like, I'm so tired.
So tired.
So, yeah, that's my day. And then we can talk about how we could do different. But what's your day?
I mean, I'm playing Legos. No, I feel like it,
But like your morning, how does your morning start?
I mean, it is just like one of the kids wakes me up. Finally, my little has been sleeping through the night.
Woo!
Like, I want to cry about it.
That's
so, like,
amazing. By the way, this has been a long road.
I literally would just, and I've never been a jump in our bed parent, like, ever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I will go in your room, but I have been so tired, probably the perimenopause of it all, that like, I'm just like, jump in. So I'm like, at that point, I've spent 24 hours with this kid. And I am like, don't even look at me, to the kid.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't snuggle me, buddy.
Like, you
I'm
wake
good.
up, I'm a protein girly bar in the morning, get my cup of coffee, get the kids whatever, and now we're in camps. So it's drop one kid off, pick one kid up, do the thing, make a quick lunch, put someone down for a nap. If I'm lucky, I work out quick while my daughter's doing some sort of activity. Then we go outside for a little bit. Then we make dinner. Then Brad comes home.
I was going to say, have you seen Brad in the morning at this point?
I mean, yeah, sorry. Oh, okay. I'm fast tracking. No, I have. So he'll get up and say hi and jump in the shower, pack his lunch and go. So it's like
so it's pretty quick.
Yeah, it's very quick.
There's no time.
But he loves spending time with the kids in the morning, which I love too, because I get a little like, okay, I can't, this is nice for me too. I can like prep the kitchen or do whatever.
Yes.
But it's like, then after it's like dinner, I clean up, he's playing with the kids.
Yeah.
So we're separate then. And then it's like we put the kids together, and then I'm like, I jump in bed right away. So he'll probably have to show or something, but I'm like, I'm so tired at that point. And it's just crazy. And I think the biggest thing that I'm missing out in all that is just like conversing and being like, what did you think about this today?
Right.
What did you like?
Can we even take a look back?
Yes. How was your day? Or like, instead of just sharing schedules, it comes so tactical almost in how are we going to get through the calendar that you miss the joy.
Yes.
And almost the closeness, right? And we know that this is a phase, but I think the biggest thing, like I mentioned earlier, is like noticing like, hey, there's like a trend happening here. Like,
can we change course?
Yes. Can we like switch this up or like whatever? And we've just had this conversation that we're in the point though, like we love spending time with the kids. Like
this is the season.
I can't also do it all the time, but I kind of prefer for us all to go out to dinner than do a date night. Like, that's
Yes.
just, like, kinda where we're at, and, like, our date nights are nice, and I love those too, but, like, I'm fine. This is gonna sound sad, but I'm finally in the stage of, like, my kids are fun. Like, my little one
Mhm.
is, like, interacting now and
And they can
saying,
sit
"Oh
still
my
at
gosh,"
a
and, like,
restaurant longer.
saying
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and, like, yesterday he was walking around the house singing Silent Night,
Oh
and
my
I was, like,
gosh.
dying, and
That's
I'm
so
like it was
precious.
but it's really hard.
Mhm.
I think too, when you almost feel out of touch with your
Yes.
partner
You don't
and
even know what they're going through
no,
anymore.
and
So
that
let alone the intimacy. Like forget that.
right.
That's way out the window.
Totally.
We don't even know how their day was or we don't even know like what's bugging them or if anything is bugging them sometimes. Like
Mhm.
literally the other morning I had to stop him in the kitchen. I shared this I think, for one of our stories that we share with our followers on Instagram is like I had to like intentionally grab Matt in the morning before he scurried downstairs and to tell him what was bothering me and to tell him and I had lots of time to think about it and I really like formulated what do I need to say to express the level of challenge I'm experiencing and it was like this intentionality of like this is the moment where I can't let another day go by without him knowing what's stressing me out or what's hurting me right now or what's causing my overwhelm and there was this like don't push it off, don't stuff it down like have the conversation moment and it was like I had to really be like can you please stay here for 10 minutes so I can talk to you.
Mhm.
And it's so wild to think about that Ashley cuz prior to children all we had was time. It was
Mhm.
like you could talk about your life's dreams, your goals, your ambitions,
And I
what
also,
everything.
I'm like, I don't think I relished in that enough.
No, I know. But
Like,
we didn't
looking
even
back.
realize because you don't have
No,
any comparator,
you
right?
don't, you don't.
So I also think about something that came up as we were thinking about this topic, Ashley, is I was watching a podcast recently with a couple being interviewed, and the individual, the woman, said, we have been in therapy and we do therapy proactively, not just when things are going bad. And I was like, okay, well, I don't, again, don't have time for it. I don't want to make time for it right now at this stage of my life. And I don't know how that would fit in with my life. However, she said, our therapist said, you have 3 children. You need to make a weekly date night. And I thought to myself, weekly? Are you insane? And the reason I thought that is like, okay, we've got swimming, we've got soccer, we've got gymnastics, we've got all this stuff. And what I need more time of is the 4 of us being home. And so I relish those evenings where it's all 4 of us together and we can just be at our house,
Mhm.
right? And so I don't necessarily think I even want weekly, but I will say, Matt and I really try to do a monthly date night. And that just gives us enough to have that connection to talk about those things. And so I would say if you number one, not everybody can afford a date night.
Mhm.
Like whether you have to get a sitter or if your parents aren't
Babysitters
near,
are
they're expensive.
expensive
But if
these
you
days.
have a village, if you have the friend who
Totally.
is willing to watch, but then it's like, can you even do a mini one where maybe you are home by bedtime because then you don't have to worry about someone else putting your kid to sleep? Like,
Mhm.
I do think there's major benefits in that. And
Mhm.
I do think it's an investment that doesn't always feel good. And I think that's what came up is how do we drop the guilt?
Mhm.
Because you feel as such that you're making these exchanges with your time, right, Ashley? It's like,
Right.
if I go on the date night, that means I don't have time with my
Right.
children.
It's those balls, right? That you're
Yes,
juggling all the balls. Some are gonna drop, some are gonna bounce, some are gonna break.
right. And I think that the one thing about our marriages that I always go back to as kind of like a why do I need to make this time is because if I don't display what love is for my children consistently with Matt, then they won't know what to look for in a partner.
If that isn't a trigger for some people
Right.
to try make the time,
Right.
I don't know what's gonna do it.
Like we tend to repeat as human beings what's modeled to us. I was modeled a very difficult relationship growing up, and I actually reacted the opposite of what I sought out. And then Matt has had a model from his parents of like this beautiful, enduring love. And I think the importance of having connected parents to one another is something that can go by the wayside and that we don't realize the perceptions that are being transferred to those little people who are watching us. Like, for example, I would get really snippy with Matt, and I still do. I'm working on it, honey. I am working on it. But like, I could be very dismissive in my tone. And then I was starting to see my daughter, say, things in a similar tone to Matt. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I feel terrible but I have modeled it.
Mm-hmm.
And, she'll even say like, "Ugh, I don't want daddy in my room." And I'll say, why? We love daddy, And so now I am really thoughtful of saying really positive things about him. Like at bedtime, I'll even say like, you have the best dad. He did this with you today and he did this and he did this. And he's just such a wonderful guy. I couldn't have picked a better daddy for you. And, and reflecting back our love for our partner to our children can really help strengthen their relationship, which is what I'm highlighting,
Mm-hmm.
but also remind them of the qualities of a partner
Totally.
to seek out.
Absolutely.
Like, it's so important.
I love that so much. And I think that also might lead to wanting to have more date nights or quality time when you're being so positive to each other.
Yeah. Who wants to be around someone who's snapping at them all the time?
No.
Like, and I totally like handheld semi-high. I'm not proud of it. Is like, I wouldn't want to hang out with me if I was, being rude all the time.
Same. There's some nights where, again, I'm so overstimulated at the end of the night, and I'm a pressure cooker, and I blow my valve, and
yeah,
it
happens.
Like, chill out, girl. Like
Yeah.
sometimes it's fine, and I'm like, I don't like the way I'm to myself. Like I'm like, no, this is not okay.
And I think there's this moment of like another thing that's more practical about what we're talking about is intimacy here. And intimacy is not just sex. It's about how we have deep feelings and relational, vibes with people. Connection, right? It's all about connection. And so I think about moments when I feel like maybe Matt and I aren't aligned in a topic and like we're kind of arguing. Maybe it's like kind of in front of the kids and it's not usually big and it's not like super disrespectful, but it's just like little things. And like he has turned to me and said, like, we're on the same team. You and I are on the same team. It's them versus us. It's not you and I
and
against each other.
You're not outnumbered.
Yes. But there is this kind of like reminder of looking over at your partner and thinking to yourself, like, you are my partner.
Mm-hmm.
You are my person to help hold it down. It is not me with the children or you with the children. It's us.
Totally. And there's a reason it's called partner.
Right.
Like, I think that's you partner together because you are on the same team to accomplish the same goals.
Right.
And hopefully you like each other along the way.
Exactly. And I think that's the key though, is like how we look at them. It was really cute. Another thing I was listening to recently, it was like this elder couple who does therapy for people in marriages, and essentially the way they were looking at each other was with this like adoring gaze. And I don't look at like, I don't like, I'm not like, oh my gosh, she is just the cutest. Like, we've been together 19 years. Okay. We know each other's highs, lows, and in betweens at this point. We know each other's bad habits, good habits, all the rooms for improvement,
all the habits.
And then you're overstimulated. And so you get that like little sneer, like, are you really? Like, did you just fart? Like, are you kidding me? And like, you're just mean about it.
Or like, you know, that makes me mad.
Yeah.
So
why are you doing that?
Why did you say it that way?
Why?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's my trigger. Like,
why is the sun setting right now?
Yeah.
Anything can.
Yeah. Anything. It could be like, did you empty the garbage that way? It's like they emptied the garbage. Okay. So like, let them do it. But I do think there's something about like taking a moment, if you really are at a point of like complete dissonance with intimacy with your partner, of saying, how are you looking at them?
Mm-hmm.
How does your face look to them? Right? So if you're looking like this, like, is that going to make them have intimacy with you? No, that's a face of rejection. And if you're not watching on video, I encourage you to. Is that, can you look at them more like this? Like seeking to understand, like with an earnest love. And it's not easy to do. Like, there's a lot of reprogramming I think I need to do, Ashley. But like, that is something that really made me pause and go, I don't look at him the way he deserves to be looked at, which is with some adoration.
Well, and body language is so huge in all sense of communicating. It helps people interpret
what
your
intention is.
Yes. Twins.
Hey, jinxies.
You owe me a cow.
Yeah. Cheers the venti.
A venti time. But yeah, no, I think that's so great. So let's take it back. Because we love reminiscing.
Yeah.
At least I do.
A tale as old as time.
So if you had one tiny little thing that you remember and you cherish from your pre-kid era, What do you genuinely miss about that? There's so many.
Yeah.
Again, we love our children, so we love our lives, but like it was a different time. We were different people. There's things where I'm like, oh, that. What's yours?
I would say I loved going on trips, just he and we'd go to cities and we'd explore and we'd go and check out new coffee shops and restaurants and like it just felt like we were really engaging with life with one another and we'd talk about what we were experiencing and we'd kind of like walk around and there was just such beauty in the fact of like no schedule and no to do that is truly what I miss the most. But also, it got to a point in our journey of wanting to have kids for so long that I was like, I'd like a little chaos. I'd like a little bit more, less of this, you know?
Mhm.
So, like, it kind of swung, in the opposite direction. But what about you? What's something that comes up
I was
that,
going to say the
yeah.
exact same thing is not having a schedule
Yes.
and going with the flow. And again, we're starting to do that more, I think, as my kids get a little older,
Right.
but we have commitments or we have more of them, right? We've got all these other things happening, but I just loved that. Like, what do you want for lunch? Oh, we could eat lunch at 1 or 2
Mm-hmm.
because we don't have people that are going to break down at 11. Like,
Exactly.
and just kind of like, oh, feeling it out, make like seat of your pants decisions
Yes.
where, it could just kind of trust your gut, do what feels good, and that's it.
Well, I think we could all just be investing a little bit more time in the relationships that have really built our lives and show more love and tenderness to who we love truly at the end of the day. And I hope this just inspired you guys to take a moment and think about your intimacy, your relationship in a new perspective. And I just want to remind everybody that this is just a season. Wherever you are, you can always reinvent your partnership so that it's more fulfilling. So, Ashley, I think this is a great opportunity to just say thank you for taking a moment, hearing a little bit about our current struggle, and maybe you saw some of it yourselves. And if you have any ideas, feel free to send them our way because we're all ears.
Shoot us a DM.
Yes, but please remember, everyone, after every breakdown,
Don't forget the bubbles. If you're loving us, feel free to follow us on Instagram. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk again soon.
cheers.